Hello friends, it's Peg, and today I am giving you the down and dirty fast version from Art Joy is Sharing. I did a little bit of work before the show actually went live, so this first bit of footage is from the backstage stuff where Shell and I are just talking and I'm getting things out to work with. Now, one of the things that I did this month is I picked up a few watercolor pans. This one is a soft pan from Prima Art. And I wanted to swatch it because I hadn't done it. And, you know, we're using muted tones for the month of March. So I thought these were nice muted tones. I might end up using them today. I don't know. I just pulled them out and was looking at the information. It says it's professional quality and all that good stuff on the back of the box. And just getting ready for the show. So I swatched these colors out. It comes with a nice swatch card. Not all pans come with that, but Prima does a really good job of marking everything and giving you the nice card to swatch your colors with. And you can see how pastel and muted those tones are. Very pretty. So I did two more pans because I'd stopped at Dick Blick and I was down there in Iowa City and had to be there for hospital stuff and thought I would drop in, and I found some stuff in the clearance section, so you'll see that coming up. But let's get on with the project at hand today, which is Art Joy is Sharing live show, shall we? So here you see the two other Derwent pan sets. They do not come with a swatch card, so I'm just going to get some watercolor paper and swatch these out. But I really wanted to know what they look like. One is a metallic and the other is a graphite. So they are grayed down with the graphite. And the metallic actually, it has some shimmer and you have to wait for it to dry to see the metallic effects. But they really are kind of like soft tones too. So I'm liking these both a lot. And there's my watercolor card. Gonna swatch those two things out. I know they provide a card in there with the colors, but I really like to swatch the original stuff so that I can see firsthand what this looks like. I may glue that other piece to the back just so I keep it. I can cut this down and add it to my box. But it's what I do just so that I know what I'm going to get when I go to the page. But you can see the difference between the two sets. And now we're moving on to the show. So I've got this is my Stick It journal, where I just stick it down, stick to it, stick it in there, glue it, however you want to say it, stick to it journaling. And that's a new hashtag that I'm using for this type of journaling. And Shell, I think, did some stick-to-it journaling in her butterfly journal. So we're doing the live show. I'm just showing some of the pages that are in my journal where they are not complete. What I do is I'll sit down and I have things like this paper that looks like some sari fabric or these other pieces where I just have some roll-off, and I will tear them up and I will glue them down for my background. This is sticking it in the book and gluing things down. There's lots of different names for this. I think Cindy Utter did this and called it grab and glue. I think there are other people that do it and call it a glue book, but each one has their own way of doing it. Watch Cindy Utter for her grab and glue because she has a specific way of doing her grab and glue. And then, you can use the hashtag gluebook if you want to see more of this sort of thing. My hashtag is Stick It Art Journaling. The main premise of this is to use up all of the junk you've got sitting around in your studio, on your desk, different places, and stick it into a journal instead of just having it floating around or going into the trash, filling up the landfill. You know, that's what I'm doing, is I'm filling these books with all kinds of things. And, you know, I've got pieces that I printed off on my printer, and I will die cut things. I will paint things on the gel plate. I have all kinds of stuff. And there is no rhyme or reason to what I'm sticking in my journal. It's just stuff that's sitting around my studio that needs to be used up. And, you know, it's an art journal. It's, you know, you can make it say or do whatever you want it to. So I have fun because I'm using up things, not spending money. I'm just using the things that I have and creating. So this is a grocery ad that came in my mailbox this week, and so I'm cutting it down, and I'm using some of the fonts and things that are on that grocery ad because I think they're nice fonts. You know, you could go out and buy a die, or you could buy a stamp, or you could, you know, there's lots of things that you can do this with. But yeah, I like this. And, you know, you could do whole alphabets. You could have a tray with nothing but an alphabet collection and do all of your alphabets for your journaling this way. So I'm going to glue that down. I like the season because we're talking about season. We're talking about, you know, that things are starting to bloom here and it's still snowing. And, you know, we're going into spring. It's the season of spring. And it's a new season for health issues. You know, they just came out with the second COVID booster, which I got yesterday. So, yeah, it's thinking about health, seasons, our life, how things change. You know, the butterfly is there as a symbol of the changing, the metamorphosis that goes on between the caterpillar and the butterfly. The lady is holding a spring bouquet. And, yeah, just working on that page. And then I'm thinking, well, I've got this other page I started, and Shell's doing a butterfly journal. I should get out some butterflies. So you see, I've got a whole box with butterflies. So I'm going to grab some. I like the black and white against that purple background that I stuck in there. And so I'm just going to glue those butterfly down. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue to make sure that they stick to the page. And there we go. We've got 2 more pages with butterflies on them. You know, it's not finished. It's nothing finished. It's just you're adding some kind of focal point or something to the background that we created. And here's some more words that I'm cutting out of that grocery ad. I like the find your, and I'll probably add another word to it. And then I like life. This is out of the grocery ads once again. I'm going to cut that out, and these will find a place to get stuck into my journal. So, cutting that out, not being real careful. It's just junk, you know. I'm going to glue that onto the page, and decided that I wanted to go with something different on the opposite page. That red was just too bold. It was distracting from everything else that was in there. So I decided not to use that on that particular page. I've got these little pieces. I think these were from packaging or something, or a magazine. I don't know. You know, you get all kinds of things. And I'm going to glue that down. And this is a handmade paper and some, I don't know if that's packaging or if it's some paper from a pack or something. I don't know. But I'm going to put that down. I'm clipping out some more words. I've got an image of a girl, and I'm going to glue those down on top of that handmade paper. Looking at another page, I've got more stuff out on my desk, and I really wanted to use this paper that I had gel printed early in the morning. I don't know. I think I recorded that. If I did, I'll probably try to put up a video with that gel printing session because this turned out really pretty. This is a tissue paper that I added some ink to. So just using that and gluing it onto the book page. This journal is being made out of an old book. Nothing fancy, just something that would have been discarded or going to the landfill. So I keep trying to use that piece and it just isn't fitting in. I don't know why I keep going back to that, but I do. I guess because I'm trying to use it up, right? So let me glue this piece down and keep on moving. So the show, the hour-and-a-half live show is 10:30 Central on Art Joy of Sharing channel. And if you watch that one, it's in its entirety. And Shell's page and what she was doing is going to be on half of the screen because we share the screen when we do that live broadcast. So I'm just talking about, these are some hand-drawn images that you can get on Art Joy of Sharing Facebook group because we have some freebies on the Facebook group. And so I'm going to glue those down on the page. I'm going to look for some more quotes and things to go on this particular page. And I will be finishing things up here. Like I said, it's an hour-and-a-half show, so there's only so much I can get done. I think I did pretty good for the stick-it book. I don't know how many pages I actually worked on, but quite a few. And so I'm happy with the process and how this is coming along. I actually have 2 of these books started, so you may see them coming out. And, well, I hope you see them coming out because I want to keep going with this process. This is a little kitten that was part of that grocery ad. The Find Your is part of the grocery ad. And so I will write a word underneath that. Finish out this page. I'll give you some finishing shots. And that will be it for my sped up version of Art Joy of Sharing for the last week of March. So thanks for being with me, guys. I appreciate you each and every time you come and visit my channel, for all the love and kind comments, for the donations that people make, for joining my channel, for sharing what I do in my process. And have a great day. Enjoy the spring weather, and I will see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.